Alrighty then. Hello. So welcome to the Monarchy reading for whichever monarchy God wants to send some answers to at this time. I've been inspired to do one, so obviously somebody's been reaching out to God, and now God is reaching back. Okay, God is using me to reach back. So we're gonna find out what is it regarding. Okay, and then we're gonna find out what does God want you to know about it. Now before when I was making that thing where you set up the schedule for doing this reading, whatever, before I did that thing, I was looking for a thumbnail, and the thumbnail that you see on the video is the one and the part that God asked me to put up for you, whoever you are. So there's something about cost, and like, is it really worth it? So it's like God is questioning you, you're questioning God, and God is questioning you. So whatever it is like God is saying, you kind of know better. Okay, do not doubt yourself. Okay, so what is it regarding? Let's find out. What is it regarding? Okay, so let's see. What is it regarding? Just so you know if the message is for you or not. Okay, so it's about persecution or crucifixion. So that talks about, you can say, tyranny. Okay, somebody being a bit of a bully. It's the question on the thumbnail is asking, is the cost, well, I don't remember how it said, but basically, is it really worth it? Is it fair trade? Is it justified? Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have home. So the underlying issue is home and finance and metaphysics. So home, finance, and metaphysics, and then that's followed by transportation to peace. The underlying issue, so it's about your home, your money, and basically everything else. It's like how it's about getting from where you're at to peace. Yeah, to peace in your career or profession, I guess. Sorry, I guess that is as a monarchy. So however you're running things right now, it's not really serving anybody well. Okay, so God is here to help you make a, a the transition to peace. Okay, by sorting out your philosophical understanding of things, and your moral compass. Okay? So this is a question of philosophy and morality. Being able to see things from the right perspective and act from the right perspective. Okay? So it's like God is sorting you out in every area of, you got home, your home life, that's your personal life, your finance, and then God was just like everything, metaphysics. So yeah, things aren't really right. Things are not balanced. Look, moral compass to glorify the Creator. Look at that. Ooh, we got remembrance. And then that's followed by inherit. So God has got something for you that you're supposed to get, but you fell off a bit. You fell off track. So God is here to try to get you back on track. So once upon a time, you were serving the Creator, you were glorifying the Creator, but somewhere along the line, you stopped, and it has thrown everything off until you've reached a point of just sufferation, basically. You're wondering, why is everything going wrong? It's because your moral compass is off. You've been led astray. Whether that was by your own doing or by other people going in your ear and you choosing to listen to them, you have come off of the beaten track. Okay? So, God is saying, if you want to get back to peace and prosperity, I'm going to show you where you've been going wrong. Okay? Guys, like, remember me? Alright? So, that's what this is about. You lost your focus for a little bit. So, now the next question is, what does God want you to know about this situation? Excuse me. What does God want you to know? Looks like this reading is going to be short and sweet. I'm being told to tell you, obviously, don't feel. We're all learning, okay? Now, what I've learned about falling off of the beaten track is, wherever you went to, whatever you learned, it's all valid for where you're going in the future. So even though you were serving the Creator with positivity and you started to get more involved in more negative aspects, okay, it's not good, obviously, but it's not invalid, and it was not a mistake. God allowed you to veer off of the beaten track because whatever you learned on your journey, you were supposed to learn, because you're gonna need some of that information, if not all of it, in the future, in one way or the other. Okay? So don't feel guilty about losing your way as far as your relationship with God goes. That's what I'm being told to tell you. It's all a part of the master plan. Okay? Because the best teacher ever is experience. When you go through your own experience, you get to feel the emotions, you get to feel the fear, you get to feel the confusion. It's different if someone was telling you these things. You get to feel the guilt. Okay? It's different if someone was trying to tell you these things. However, your mission on the dark side is over. At least for this season, it's over. And God is now calling you back to where you should be, so you can manifest what will bring joy to your heart and bring joy to its heart. I call God a it because to refer to God as a he or she is just very inaccurate. So I call it a it. Okay? So God is leading you back to it. You're going back to the side of light. Okay? But you had to delve into the darkness so that you can feel and experience it for yourself. Basically, it was an upgrade. It's better when you can see both sides, especially from experience, right? So just know that whatever you went through, even though you fell, it was part of God's plan. Two more times. See what's at the bottom. Seek inspiration. So what is your current inspiration? And what should your inspiration be? So what is your inspiration now? Like, what's driving you? What's motivating you? What inspires you? And what should inspire you? There's a difference. If you're already on the right track, then there is no difference. But if you're being guided off of the quote unquote track to get put on the right track, then you need to now seek some new inspiration, okay? Because the season of darkness is over. It's coming to a close. So let's see, what does God want you to know about this? All right. Yeah. God wants you to seek and work with people who share your vision. Okay? So before you can seek out those people and work with those people, you first have to determine what your vision is. And like I said, if you're now coming off of one track if you're coming off of the track of darkness to go on to the track of light, is that the best way to say it? You know what I mean. But if you're trying to find your way back to where you have a great relationship with the Creator, then you have to first decide that that's what you want to do, and then seek out these people so that you can work with these people. So it's basically linking up with people who have that shared vision, like minds. Okay? So that's the first thing God wants you to know. You need to seek and work with people who share your vision. Okay? And then we have that swagger. It says, what is your charisma? So this card speaks about that little personal flair that only we have, that thing that people might even say you're weird for is you. So when somebody go and tell somebody that you did XYZ, people who know you be like, oh yeah, that's how he is, or that's how she is. That's your personal swagger, that's your charisma. Okay? That's the type of stuff that if people come to love you, and even if it annoys them now, if for some reason you get separated from them, that's the kind of stuff that they would miss, because only you know. So it says personal swagger. It could be either subtle or even loud. Just be swaggerific. So what does God want you to know? God want you to seek and work with people who share your vision, and just be you. Be whatever it is that makes you unapologetically, you know. So God also wants you to know that you should remember it is a mission, it is not a competition. So this card comes out to remind us not to rush anything. So do not rush into these changes. You just have to know where you want to go and work to make these things happen. You know what I realize life is? Our biological clock, we have it turned up way too high. If you watch how life itself happens, things happen so slowly. But because of the way that we have programmed the system, the way that we've set the system to go, we're always on a rush, always on a rush. And the things that we choose to believe when it comes to age and how long people generally stay alive for and all these things make us always be on a rush, always rushing to get things done. Listen, yeah. Don't believe everything you hear. Age is just a number. Because if that philosophy was true, where they say, oh, men live until they're 70 and women live until they're 80, how come there's some people that live until they're 90 and 100 and 102 and 124? Be yourself. Fulfill your own destiny. Do not fit yourself into the box that was created, the belief box that was created. Know what is true to you, not what other people said is true, because we've already seen that quote unquote truth debunked many times. 100 years old is nothing. The only thing is, people who live to be 100 years old, they usually look in a way that we don't want to look if we were 100 years old, and that's simply because of their lifestyle. Because when we get to say 40, 50, we slow down so immensely on our exercise routines, our activities. We become so inactive that everything just starts dwindling. So we basically call death upon ourselves. But if we're to continue to live from you're like 12, 13, 14, 18, 20, that lifestyle, that vigorous existence that we emulated, if we keep doing that just straight throughout, then we won't even realize that we're aging. Smiling makes us look younger, and exercising obviously makes us look younger too, because if you check out wrinkles are only caused because the muscles are so what's the word, they're not pumped, the muscles are too relaxed, that's the word. If your face is wrinkly, it's because your muscles are just way too relaxed. We need to, smile, say move the muscle, neck, all that stuff. All that stuff keep you looking young and fresh. Need to move it or you lose it. That's how life goes. So remember, it's a mission, it's not a competition. Forget your age, forget time. Okay? Just live. I don't know if you can do that, but it would behoove you. It would be in your best interest to stop living your life by these silly, inaccurate, philosophical ideologies that they have force-fed the world. People actually go out and buy their own plots of land for their burial. Why are you planning? That means that's where you're programming your mind to go then, so you're going to go. You've accepted it. You're welcoming it. The mind is a very powerful tool. Be careful how you use it. If you think life, you're going to live life. You're going to minister to life. You're going to create life. Keep living. Especially if you're a good monarchy. We need good monarchies. So yeah. Seek and work with people who share your vision. That's what God wants you to know. And God also wants you to know that you have permission to be yourself, your own unique self. You don't have to be who the world expects you to be. Of course, there's a certain level of decorum that one should always keep, a certain level of professionalism that one should always keep. But at the end of the day, can I have a bit of freedom to be myself too? You know? Yeah. So there's a fine line. Make sure you get a little bit for you and a little bit for the people who expect things of you. And remember, it's a mission, not a competition. Yeah, then we have sing about what you know. Sing about what you know means like talk about what you actually know. So if it's not something that you can prove yourself, then you need to question this thing. That's what I'm getting with that card. I made this deck to help to enhance music, but obviously it can be used to enhance other areas of life, like in your case now. So singing about what you know means that you're talking about what you know. So if it's not a philosophy that you can prove, then do not go around perpetuating it. You know what I'm saying? Take some time to think about these things and be sure, you know, before you choose to give life to what someone else said. Do you agree with it? That's the first question. And take your time. So God has a lot of things to teach you, it looks like. So that's why God is saying it's a mission, it's not a competition. There's no need to rush. Okay? There's no need to rush. Because life happens so slowly. We're the ones who are always rushing. Life is just chilling like this. Life is moving. Look how slowly the plants grow. Look how slowly a child grows. You know, look how slowly the moon cycles change. Look how fast we move. We're out of sync. We're out of whack with the universe, and that cannot be a good thing. I know because of how things are set, there's a set, we have to follow it to a certain degree, but wherever possible, slip back into nature, into the real reality. Okay? It's healthy. Right, and then we have introduced that new thing in spite of what the critics say. So you know that people are going to be talking a whole lot of shit about your newfound philosophical understandings and your newfound ways of life, and you're diverting from the crowd and all these things. Introduce that new thing in spite of what the critics say. A lot of the time people are just waiting for that one person to lead out. It's not gonna be easy, mind you. It's never easy when you're the first person doing something that is not widely accepted. But God wouldn't give you the mission if God didn't think you were capable. And that's why God wanted you to walk on the dark side, because now that you've experienced the dark side, you have the strength to stand up for yourself while you transition to the light. You see the mathematics? So that's why I was like, don't worry about you falling from grace. God, that's a part of God's plan. God did that to toughen you up. You see? So, you're gonna need those skills that you learned walking on the wild side for this new mission that God has for you. I'm excited. Yeah, it's like there are too many false standards. There are too many false philosophies. Just too much fake in the world right now. We need to rebalance it with some real people, some real vibes, you know? We really do. Because it's not a good look. Yeah. Fakeness is not a good look. So yeah, so God is calling you on a divine mission, and you are basically put in a position, another position of leadership. Yeah. So you're about to set some new precedents, some new standards of being. And especially being a monarchy too. You know people are gonna you're gonna be all over the news. I'll probably even hear about you. Then I'll be like, oh, it was about you. That reading was for you. I see. So yeah. So yeah, God is about to use you in a wonderful way. It's going to be an adventure, I'll tell you that. You're gonna lose some friends, you're gonna gain some new ones though. You see, if you be yourself, then the right people will gravitate towards you. So if you're putting out a false sense of who you are into the world. You're gonna welcome people who think that you are who you say you are, because those people are like that. But if you show the world who you truly are, then trust me, you'll be surprised to know that you're not the only one who think and feel that way. And then you'll be sharing your vision with like minds, like God wants you to. God wants you to seek and let me say it how it was actually said. Seek and work with people who share your vision. And you can only do that when people actually know who you are and what your vision actually is. So it's gonna be a lonely trip at first, but then the right people, they're gonna see you and be like, oh, yeah, I'm weird like that too. And then yeah. So God is about to change the dynamics of your life. That's why the metaphysics card came out as well. God is about to change your whole shit up, your whole thing up. All right. So yeah. But like I said, slowly, slowly. It'll almost look like the change isn't happening, but there's a lot going on. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I wish you the very best going forward. Take care. Bye bye.